pretty much try and cover you so that your landlord can't turn and be like, hey, there's mold in here. And they're like, yeah. And they're like, you can't have that mold. You're going to pay to get that mold fixed. And then I can then like come along and be like, here's a picture from 2 months ago that meant that the mold was here before you sold the property to the new renter. So fuck you. Right? So here's what happens. I go in. Now, usually, 9 times out of 10, you know the inspection's coming. So you're gonna like, you know, clean up again, you know? You're gonna make sure that the place is looking a wee bit spick and spam so that you don't get any problems. Right? Which I think is the right thing to do. I think it's better that you just, you know. So I go in and I'm like, right. Usually, place is pretty clean. It's pretty healthy, right? You know that I'm coming. You're gonna have the place cleaned up, and that way there's no issues. You know, like I can take my photos, go right, see you later. That's how it usually goes. But sometimes you get some not so nice ones. People that don't really care that I'm coming. They're living their life, and fairly so. It's their flat and their choice. But then I need to not be a dick, but I need to be like, yo, like, I'm trying to help you. Because when I started the job, I insisted that I would not be one of these inspectors that comes in, makes a big deal out of it, and is like, this place is horrible, you're going to lose your property, you're going to be this, you're going to be that. Like, I don't want to be that guy. It's like, you know, I want to be the cool mom. I want to be the cool mom, right? The mum that all your pals go round to and actually enjoy being in the parents' company. We've all got that one mother in our friend group. We all know exactly what I mean, right? Mold's not a big no, but it's just a bad thing. Because usually what happens is you, like, you know, like it happens in Glasgow. There's a lot of like bathrooms that don't have good ways to like make the place less condensating. Is that the right terminology? No, it's not. So like the walls are good ventilation. Thank you. Thanks for helping me. Thank you for the major assist right there. There we go. So I go in, and this one's just like I had a few of like some damp problems and all that, and I can clear that because I can get the picture and say there was damp here before, right? This flat was not that, and it was my last one of the day, so I was kind of just hoping for a quick in, pictures out, done deal, right? I try and make little jokes when I'm in, be like, I'm just trying to help you guys. They'll be like, oh my god, it's so messy, and usually it's not, right? It's usually just like one little wrapper that has maybe missed the bin, but it's still beside the bin. It's not messy, right? It's like when your friend said, like, oh my god.
Oh, I definitely fucked up on that test.
And then they get the test back and they've got like 92 out of 100, and you're just sitting there with your 60 all sad and shit because you thought you done great, right? Like that's the experience, okay? I show up, and ladies and gentlemen, many people have called me the throat goat before. When I say I gagged, right? I lost that title. The second I walked into that kitchen, I lost that title. Because I literally, as the lovely woman is showing me about, go, that's not something you can get away with. That's something that you cannot get away with, right? Because it was not subtle, right? It was the lower jaw go, right? Very, very now in trouble because the woman is young lady has decided to like walk me about. Small flat though, so like it's a struggle. It was grotty. She's on the ground floor. There's 3 bin bags straight on the floor in front of me, right? Don't care what you say. Is it her house? Nope, she's renting. These are all renters. Everybody that I inspect is renting. If you're on the ground floor of a flat and don't have a disability, there's no reason you can't take your fucking bins out, right? Right? There's no reason. I refuse to believe it, right? Refuse to believe it. Like Molly May once said, there's 24 hours in a day and at least 2 minutes of them can be taken to take bins out, right? 3 bins in front of me. That's not the stench, though. I look to my right. No binges, luckily. Look to my right, there's 5 plates stacked. And one of my, like, pet peeves And it's when I know myself, like we've all done it. I've got like glasses and cups here that I still need to take through. There's 5 plates stacked next to the sink, not in the sink, next to the sink, right? See when sauce, like ketchup or barbecue, whatever, solidifies on a plate, where it now takes more than a wee bit of hot water, like it takes a bit of hot water and a good bit of scrubbing to get off. It's been there for too long, right? That's there, right? That's there. 5 of them. There's 1 person in the flat. It's only 1 bedroom. I need to make sure that they've not got spare tenants living in there by themselves, you know? There's 1 bed. 5 plates. Stacked. And then I look further and I witness where the scent is coming from. There is a bowl of Cocoa Pops in the sink that have dissolved into a paste. Right? With milk still in the bowl and flies fucking taking a vacation, dipping in and out. And I recognise that's the smell. Because the door, for those of you that know the kind of laws with renting, is a fire door. Which, if you don't know what that means it has to close. So behind this closed door, a scent has festered and developed of milk and Cocoa Pop paste mixing together with a little toe jam from the flies, probably. And here's how I know that she knew she fucked up, alright? Because I came in quite trippy, excited. It's my last house of the day and then I get to go home. We're walking around, wandering. Right? Wandering around, getting the rest of it. And she, you know, I'm getting the last wee bit, which is usually like the smoke alarms, the carbon monoxide detector, just checking all those. And she comes up to me and she goes, in her own house, keep in mind, this is why I knew, this is why I love this story though. She comes up to me. She's like, yo, I'm going to jump out for a cigarette real quick. I'll be right back. I'm like, cool. I'm just finishing up here. I'll be out your hair as soon as I can, getting the last few bits, then I'll head out. She was like, aight. Bet. For sure. I finished taking the last few photos. I pop my head out the door into the close. She's not there. I take a few more steps, making sure to leave the door slightly ajar. Take a few more steps out of the close, out of the front door. She's not there. I make the executive decision to call it a day. I'm off the clock now. Like, I've done my time. I just need to go and return keys now. She wasn't there. I left the house and she left. She said she was going for a cigarette. She left her own home. Do you know how embarrassed you have to be to let someone come into your home, look at it, go, I'm so sorry, and then decide in your head, I should probably leave? Like, that is wild to me. Wild. Who gets, like, lets someone into their gaff, gets embarrassed at the state of the gaff, and leaves the gaff? Who does that? And, like, disguises it with the ruse, the illusion that you're going to go for a cigarette. In reflection, she may have went out the back door. I didn't know if there was a back door. But I'm going to assume she didn't. Like, I don't know if the beacons of Gondor had been lit and Aragorn showed up and went, Gondor needs our aid! But I doubt it. Oh, this is clearing as we speak. For her sake, I genuinely hope she does. Because it might be a bit of a hazard.